welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Viewpoints with me, your boy, the man, NJ to the city with the number 2 and TO. NJ to the city with the number 2 and TO. Let's go. I'm also doing homework while writing this, or making this video, so that's why I have my head down right now, writing, so, not writing raps, writing for actually academic homework, English class. Okay. Just had to write this down. Trying to get my notes right. Get these Act 1 study questions right in direct order, so whenever it's time for me to turn it in, I know where it is, and I don't look silly trying to gather them all together. But once again, it is me, your boy, the man, NJ to the city with the number 2 and TO, coming back live to y'all. Yeah. Somewhat discussing once again the Back to School album, and I'm going to say its reasons for creation, or not really its reasons for creation, because I've pretty much examined that in plenty other videos, but not really its reason for creation, but its entire mechanism of, like, again, certain songs, like, again, Bigger Pictures. You got to realize, because majority of people did not want me to come back from East High School, and it was not for at least, and I guess the best way of framing this is, like, they wanted me to move on to the next level, the next stage of my life, and they thought that it was, like, not going back to high school. It was going to an adult high school, or go doing whatever, or getting all the credits online. And I have no problem sharing this out there with y'all, because I'll either share it here in music, or I'll share it face to face with y'all, so I ain't got no problem with it. But they didn't want me to go back to these high school, because the majority of people did not want me to go back, because they like, you know what, no, it's time to move on past that, stop trying to, relive the glory days or whatever else. But again, I tried what I could explain to them one of the top reasons why I decided to come back, which was, once again, mentorship towards the youth, towards the next generation of the class of 2021 freshmen, and continuously support my class of 2020 sophomores, and so forth, and just love and support everybody, and encourage everybody, and so forth and so forth. Just do my role model and mentor job towards everybody, helping everybody towards a better tomorrow, and teaching, leading, guiding, and mentoring. You get the point. I say it in almost every video, because legitimately they don't really try to understand the fact being, when I say this, I found a purpose at coming back. I found a purpose in mentoring these, helping do my job to help mentor these kids. I legitimately found a purpose in doing that, and that's one of the top reasons why I came back, is because I found a purpose in coming back to help mentor all these kids. And majority of these kids have thanked me for coming back and spreading all the good school spirit, cheer, and that I've spread, and continuously helping support and encourage them towards their athletics and their academic schoolwork and their relationships. A majority have thanked me for coming back, and legitimately, I knew the blessings were there, and that's one of the top reasons why, like I say, God just put it in place. I knew the blessings were there, and I just had to go out there and just take advantage of them, and that's what I did by coming back. Because, like I say, all these other people who told me not to come back, they're not on the levels that I'm on. They don't even, if you ask me, they don't even know what being a real complex thinker is. They kind of stay away from being real complex thinkers, if you ask me. Because I am a complex thinker. And you're like, what is a complex thinker? For me, a complex thinker is somebody who knows how to break certain things down into like a PowerPoint, blueprint, somewhat science project type way. You don't have to use big words to do it. You just have to know how to talk about certain things and make yourself sound like you're smart while doing it, being very informed with the details, maybe even the smallest speck of detail when it comes, I guess you could say, if you were analyzing an athlete prospect, with their height, size, weight, their grades in school or whatever else, like, their stats of, like, yards per game, yards per, throw. You get the point, knowing how to break it all down, knowing your subject and knowing how to break it all down into blueprints and PowerPoints, and AKA really into like a science project, if you ask me. And that's one of the top things of being a complex thinker is, if you ask me. These people, they shy away from being complex thinkers, if you ask me. And you'd be like, who are these people which you're speaking of? Majority of these people I'm speaking of legitimately is, my birth family, pretty much. They didn't want me to come back. They didn't want me to come back. They thought it was time for me to move on with the rest of, next stage of my life. And I felt like, in many cases it is, but in which way am I going to move on? That's one of the top things you got to realize. If you ask me, I don't know how my life would be if I was at an adult high school right now, or if I was, spending I guess 8 hours or more a day on the computer doing my recovery credits. I don't know how my life would be, but I can definitely tell you that I had my own personal standards. I had my own personal standards, my own personal morals, my own personal, goals that I wanted to, that I wanted to get and bring alive and bring up and, come up with me. That's one of the top reasons why I chose to come back. It's again mentorship towards the youth, which again is very important to me and is a very big part of my reason for living, period, is mentoring the youth and learning and growing with people and building that better tomorrow for all with all these people. And like I said, I've had many young kids, many young freshmen and sophomores thank me for coming back and so forth and so forth as I continuously support and encourage them. It's all role model mentorship. It's all let's help each other. Let's grow, learn, build, and grow together. It's all that real stuff that, some people don't know about because they just haven't experienced it or their mind's not focused on it. Like I said before in other previous videos like that, my priorities are different video. I had different priorities. One of the top reasons why I came back again, I got different priorities than my birth family. I have different priorities than a lot of people. I'm trying to surpass so many people because knowing my talent, knowing what I believe in, and knowing the standards of which I have and the morals of which I have, I can surpass whoever I want to within the next 5 years with a lot of hard work, dedication, and just, work, grind. You get the point. I can surpass almost anybody I want within the next 5 years. I can become a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, throughout the next 5 years. And I can become more financially richer than, all these people who told me not to come back, Because for me, this is bigger and deeper than education, by the way. Like I said, I pay attention to education, I study education, and I do encourage all my young kids to as well to get their education and know what they want to do in life. I do encourage them to do that as well. But you have to realize, at least for me, this is as well deeper than education. And one of the top reasons why for me it's deeper than education, because like I say, this is about, so many kids have education and we've been out of college for how many years, but look where they are in life. Again, you can go on this dude, his name is Soja of God. You can go on his YouTube channel. He has plenty of documentaries. I watched his documentary on like the harsh realities of school or the harsh realities of college and stuff like that. And it will discuss with you certain people who went to college, got their degree, and are still nowhere right now. There's a dude that's in that documentary burning his degree. He had like 4 or 5 different degrees, so forth and so forth. Or maybe it was, 2 different degrees. It was 2 I know I saw him burn like 4 or 5, papers, but I guess it was all just different levels of, of that, of those 2 topics or subjects which he was studying while in college. But the big point being is that, this is deeper than education, because I don't want any of these young kids to end up getting out of high school just to go to college and still not find a job. And I guess let me again make this more clear to you. I love all these young kids. I care about all these young kids. I'm in love with the youth. I care about the youth so much with all my heart and soul. You can hear me preaching in pretty much almost every song and album and every the Viewpoint episode that I drop, you know. But and I encourage all these kids to legitimately go out there and own it, whether it's in high school or college, middle school, wherever. Just own it. Own it, set the standards, raise the bars, and again, build your legacy within, within that stratosphere of, I guess you could say, of learning and building and growing, that subject and other stuff like that. But about one of my friends just texted me saying, should I God bless my real friend Dane Barber. He just texted me, I guess his comment to my album, to the Back to School album. Even though I didn't even shout out Nisa or Nakati at all within this album, I don't think. I mean, some of the song covers are featuring, Nisa and Nakati. Actually, not Nisa, not Nakati. They're featuring Nisa, but they're not featuring Nakati. Some of the song covers, but he still texted me saying, "Awesome, thanks, dog. Always making Nisa and Nakati forever proud." And shout out, God bless my real brother Dane Barber, because in that case, 100, man, that's one of the top things that I live for every day of my life. One of my top reasons for living, top things I represent. Like I said, I'm an ambassador for all this. But yeah, this is deeper than education. This is about having you get your diplomas and actually build something for yourself and for your family and for generations to come. This is about helping your fellow man get to that better tomorrow. This is about caring about way more than just yourself. This is about caring about way more than just yourself and helping everybody get to that next step in life towards better tomorrow for all. This is legitimately about some real stuff that, if anything, will teach you probably more than what going to school will teach you. About life and about life subjects, about a lot of things. A lot of things. And so forth and so forth. But again, take care of all my kids that are in school, elementary, middle, high school, college. Again, I encourage you, yes, go to school, get your degrees, But just note that that's an accomplishment. The success comes from what are you going to do with those degrees? How far do you soar with those degrees? And I want to put myself in a place and position where I can help every last one of you all succeed with your degrees. That's one of the top things that I have in my mind every single day is I want to help put everybody in that position to succeed along with me as well in their career field of choice. I want to help them succeed. If you need me to help you write, like I say, I guess you could say, a paper, acceptance paper, acceptance paper for writing the college of which you want to go to, telling them why they should accept you. I'll totally do that. I will totally do that. This is about helping everybody else succeed and prosper along with you. This is about learning, building, and growing with people. Learning, building, and growing together as a proud and honorable, God first, once again unashamed family toward a better tomorrow for all. Jesus above all. When you are spiritually saved, in the words, what it means to ball. That's one of the top things that my entire legacy is based upon and built upon, and one of the top things that I stand up for every single day of my life. This is real stuff. This is real talk, and I hope that everybody were to, again, understand that this is what's up with me and what's up with everything that I stand up for, and so forth and so forth. 13 minutes into this, but yes, I want to put everybody I want to help do my part to put everybody in that position to succeed in their career fields and to own it, with all their might, all the authority, all the power, and so forth, and just make it light up at the end of the day. Like I say, I saw a purpose in coming back, and one of those top purposes was helping mentor the youth towards a better tomorrow for all. Helping continuously rep the county, rep the state, rep the city, rep everything, and help again, learn, build, and grow with it, and help elevate it all towards that better tomorrow for all. This is just stuff that I bought into, stuff that I believed in, I still believe in to this day, and stuff that I'm continuously working, grinding, and building and designing with every day towards, again, a great legacy that, again, I would die for, and so forth and so forth. Thank you all for listening, watching, and subscribing. The Back to School album is once again out now under the playlist section of this YouTube channel and more. The Viewpoints episodes coming soon. Take care. God bless. Once it's unashamed. Your boy, the man, to the city. Out.